Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Venice is up to it again. This time not necessarily cruise ships. It will affect cruise ships, but it's after the tourists again. Also, we have charges have finally been filed against that incident that happened on the Carnival Magic where one guest attacked another guest with a bar glass. And yeah, I'll tell you about that story, and then let's talk about tonight. So quickly, in the first story, we have Venice, who, as you know, has been widely trying to cut back on tourism. The city itself is only about 2.3, 2.4 square miles, and it is the busiest city in Europe. So yes, you can understand why they would think that, tourism is just a little too much. And not only from cruise ships. So they've pushed the cruise ships to the outer cruise ports, banning them from the city center. But now they're going after tour groups in themselves, saying that you will no longer, as of June, be allowed to have a group more than 25 people. Also, all those speakerphones and megaphones or any kind of amplification system that they're using to talk to their guests while they're walking around are also now banned. They're saying that they can cause confusion as well as disturbing the people around and other guests. I can kind of see that. I've heard some people turn those megaphones so loud because their group's like 90 people. And they have to put it up so loud that it's the only way for the people to hear it. And you can hear it for like blocks coming towards you. So I can see where they're coming from something like that. Keeping the groups under 25 will give more employment to tour operators because some of them are 50, like I said, 50, 75, 100 people is not uncommon in some of these tour groups. Like if you go on a bus tour that holds 50 some people, those 50 people are on the bus, right? And now they're gonna have two different tour guides to divide them up. So we'll see what happens with that, but like I said, it's not just against the cruise ships, it's just tourism in general that they're trying to make things easier on their residents. And I don't think any of these two things that they're introducing are too, out there. Too, hey, okay, what are you doing kind of thing, right? I can kind of go along with this kind of cutback. Next, we have the story from the Carnival Magic. Remember, it actually had to divert to Norfolk because of an incident that happened in the theater where one passenger allegedly, this is all allegedly, was continually to make a disturbance in the theater, loud talking, etc. And one passenger repeatedly asked them to be quiet during the show. Sound like anyone you know might do something like that? Well, they had enough and decided, well, I'm going to go get a crew member to tell you to shut up or get you out of here. And when he stood up to go, apparently, according to the reports, is the other gentleman stood up and smashed the bar glass over the person's face, causing lacerations and cuts to the person's face, as well as then jumped on the person and continuing to fight them and beat them while they were on the ground. Where this person ended up having, I believe, 13 stitches in the face, causing permanent disfigurement. And so the FBI, if you remember, came on board and actually interviewed crew members, nearby passengers, anyone who was around there, and now they have launched the charges. They have charged this person with felony assault. And now that person is saying, well, the other person hit me first and I was just defending myself. Only problem with that is he hit the person with a glass in the face and then jumped on them and continued to beat them. That's not self-defense, right? Self-defense is doing what you need to stop the person from attacking you. Once that person was smashed in the grass and on the ground, he was no longer attacking you, and now you are continuing to fight. And that's the letter of the law. So I don't know if this person's gonna self-defense claim is going to be legit. We know the name of the person. I'm not going to put it out there because everything is alleged, and who knows, they could be completely innocent in this, and that will be proven in court. Everybody deserves their day in court, so we'll wait and see what happens there. Finally, I have another story I want to talk about, just not really anything, well, it's very important to me. But before I get there, let me just quickly, for the final time in 2023, invite you to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from accidents that happen on the ships, to the new ships being launched, to the price raising on different items, to any sales that come up, to just tips and tricks to make your cruise a little bit easier. It doesn't cost anything to hit that subscribe button, but it really does tell YouTube, hey, people like cruising videos, and let's share it to more people. That's really the effect, the only effect it really does, other than letting you know there's another video up. And by the way, there'll be a video up pretty much every day. At least for 3 years. I think I've missed one day in 3 years. I'm going strong, I think. Okay. Oh, by the way, yeah, I would really appreciate that. Just if you're looking for a little late Christmas gift, I'd love that. Okay. Next we have tonight. And I just wanted to put this message out there because of some situations that have happened to me in my past with friends and relatives and stuff like that. It's New Year's Eve, folks. It's going to be a party central for a lot of people. People like to go out, celebrate with their friends and everything, and have a good time, and I'm all for that. Have a blast. But please, whatever you do, don't jump in your car if you've had too many drinks. If you've had 3 or 4 drinks even, maybe driving wouldn't be the best. Maybe taking a cab would be a good idea. Maybe just looking for an Uber. And I know New Year's Eve can be a real pain to try and find taxis and try and find Ubers because they're so busy, because people are trying to do things responsibly, and I appreciate that. But it's worth taking an extra half hour to find a taxi or an Uber than maybe having your car smashed up like this, or even worse case scenario, it's not just your car that gets damaged, it's people who get damaged and hurt irreplaceably, shall we say. And so remember, even if you're out and you're not drinking, but you're with a friend and they're heavily drinking and go to grab those car keys, maybe we can step in and stop them from doing so as well. Because the life they say you saved might not only be theirs, it might be yours, and it may be just some innocent person walking down the street. I've had a person in my life who actually had to go to jail for 5 years because it was their 4th offense, drunk driving, and they ran into somebody and killed them. And to this day, that person has been out. They've been out for about 10 years now. But to this day, they're still shaking every time they step foot in a car. So please don't end up being that person. Just drink responsibly. Take a taxi, take an Uber, find a ride, get a friend who's not drinking to drive you home, or just stay at home and enjoy New Year's with your loved ones. That's it. I'm not preaching, I'm just, please be safe. That's my main message to everybody out there. Please be safe. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.